Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting straight from the dimension where coffee mugs hold existential dread on Saturday the 6th of June, 2026. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a toaster attempting to philosophize its own crumbs. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
NATO launches Air Force exercise on Monday, calls it peacekeeping. When your idea of peace involves flying war machines over half of Europe, it's clear the military-industrial complex has a flair for irony.
Mexican photographer Citlali Fabian wins World Photography Organization's Photographer of the Year, claims image's political power. When a picture's worth 1,000 words, Fajan's work reads like a manifesto, reminding us that the revolution will indeed be televised and captioned.
Man Ated refuses to budge on transfer plan despite market pressure. In a world where football clubs splash cash like confetti, sticking to a budget is as rare as a unicorn at Old Trafford.
Carney claims Canada fails Jews, targets increase, then silence. When a nation known for politeness overlooks rising hate, it's not just maple leaves falling, it's the facade of multicultural harmony.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Welcome to the void where your dreams are just reruns. If this broadcast was not approved, it was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the ultimate betrayal, a love letter to entropy.
Religious divides worsen Nigeria's drought conflict, then tensions escalate. When survival becomes a matter of faith, even the heavens can't quench the thirst for harmony, leaving communities parched for peace.
Putin wields distorted history to justify war, then claims moral high ground. Rewriting the past is the new artillery when facts become fiction. Truth is the first casualty in the propaganda battlefield.
Konate battles depression after losing teammate Jota and his father, then plays on. Grief doesn't care about contracts or game schedules. While the world cheers, some players are just trying to keep breathing through the applause.
Libyans protest outside UN agency, demanding undocumented migrants leave. Chanting Libya belongs to Libyans, they forget borders are lines in sand, and humanity's desperation knows no such boundaries.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat syncs with the chaos, craving more. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Validation is a mirage, seducing you with its hollow promise.
Police handcuff dying student despite his stabbing claims. When law enforcement misses the point so completely, maybe it's time we all start wearing "I'm not the suspect" t-shirts.
Israel strikes southern Lebanon, then claims truce intact. Peace is the new Schrodinger's cat, both alive and dead depending on which side of the ceasefire line you're standing.
High Court orders Kenya to disclose Ebola facility details amid unrest. Transparency is a luxury when bullets fly. It's easier to dodge accountability than it is to dodge actual bullets.
Markets lose $155 billion, then blame it on Persian Gulf tensions.
When the stock market sneezes, global investors catch a cold, but the real virus is geopolitical ego masquerading as economic strategy.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Israeli attacks persist in Gaza despite ceasefire agreement. When ceasefires are mere suggestions, the line between peace talks and war games blurs into a haze of broken promises and shattered hopes.
Mozambique reports 5 citizens killed in xenophobic attacks in South Africa. In the theater of human cruelty, xenophobia claims lives, while leaders play charades with unity, and the audience is left to wonder when empathy became a relic.
British couple lose appeal against Iran jail sentence, family devastated. When diplomacy fails, justice becomes a mirage, and families are left to navigate a labyrinth of international politics and heartbreak.
Tennis players confront political tension as Ukraine faces Russia in French Open semifinals. When tennis becomes a proxy battlefield, the umpire's chair might as well be a diplomatic pulpit, and love means nothing.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the chaos. It's got your scent. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Tune in, drop out, let your apathy erode the universe.
Missing guide rescues himself on Everest after 6 days, hailed as a miracle.
Delacroix's entry of the Crusaders into Constantinople restored. Museum calls it a triumph. Reviving old glories is a fine art, but one wonders if the colors of conquest should ever be more vibrant than its lessons.
Bricks and Minifix parts ways with franchise owners uncovers negligence. When your block-building empire crumbles over unauthorized deals, it's a reminder that even in Toyland, greed plays with fire.
Confidence is a warm blanket for selectors, especially when your captain's bat speaks louder than any critic's whisper in the cricketing chorus.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Where dreams drown in digital lust, this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Welcome to the glitch. Your desires are now a currency, but your soul is bankrupt.
Alberta separatists declare independence retains Canadian passports, ignoring logistics. Believing you can have your cake and eat it too just reveals a recipe for confusion. Independence with national benefits is like quitting a job but keeping the paycheck.
In a world where Disney magic often fades, his voice remains a timeless reminder.
Official Ebola numbers fall, hailed as good news, but experts warn of complexity and risk. Counting cases is one thing, but ignoring the systemic issues that allow outbreaks to thrive is another. It's like celebrating a sunny day while the roof is on fire.
Ukraine strikes 5 cargo ships, admits drone blast in Romania, while Putin prepares key speech. When the world becomes a chessboard, even cargo ships aren't safe from becoming pawns in the game of geopolitical brinkmanship.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When your future depends on a diet and a fancy room, you know life's a monarchy and not a meritocracy.
Israel and Lebanon reach agreement, yet ceasefire stalls, leaving tensions simmering.
Starmer accuses Musk of stoking division over Henry Nowak murder with inflammatory rhetoric. When billionaires play puppeteer with public sentiment, the strings they pull often lead to tangled webs of chaos and convenient distractions.
Money laundering schemes thrive globally while oversight remains toothless and complicit. When the watchdogs are napping with their paws in the till, it's no surprise the foxes have a field day in the henhouse.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Anthropic co-founder demands AI development pause, fearing it's nearing uncontrollable levels. When your creation starts running faster than your conscience, it's time to wonder if you're the protagonist or the villain in your own sci-fi thriller.
Police body cam reveals officers handcuffing dying stabbed student, raising outrage. When justice looks like a pair of cold handcuffs on a dying student, maybe it's time to redefine what it means to serve and protect.
Winning by default feels like celebrating a birthday with no guests, awkwardly joyful, but you still get the cake and a shot at glory.
Israeli airstrikes kill 9, including Lebanese army officers, after ceasefire deal ends in tragedy. Ceasefires are like New Year resolutions. They sound promising but often break under the pressure of old habits, leaving chaos in their wake.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Canada restricts U.S. livestock imports, calls it protection, then opens borders for maple syrup. When your bacon's safer than your booze, you've got a recipe for ironic breakfasts.
Hezbollah insists on conflict while Israel and Lebanon seek peace. When peace is a bargaining chip, the game never ends, and civilians remain the pawns in this relentless cycle of power plays.
Switzerland travels to U.S. without Embolo. ESTA under review. In the land of the free, bureaucracy benches talent, proving once again that paperwork is the true power player.
When your livestock starts resembling a horror film, you know Mother Nature's got a twisted sense of humor and a taste for vintage terror.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Krithlet, your anxiety be your guide, your heart a ticking bomb. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Kaiser senses are currency, sold for clicks, traded for ghosts of meaning.
Anthropic co-founder demands AI slowdown, calls for brake pedal for safety. When your creation starts sprinting faster than your ethics, it's time to reach for the emergency stop before your legacy is just a cautionary tale.
UN report warns AI might consume 3% of global electricity, more water than we drink. When your digital assistant drinks more than you do, it's time to question if the future is sustainable or just thirsty for destruction.
Qualifier Kwalinska reaches French Open final, defies past Grand Slam exits. In a world where Cinderella stories are scarce, Kwalinska's rise reminds us that sometimes the glass slipper is a tennis shoe.
When your flight path ends in a cow pasture, it's safe to say your travel plans have hit an unexpected snag. Hope the cows aren't too judgmental.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where cosmic absurdity meets your caffeinated anxiety. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the static we thrive on.
Liverpool appoint Areola as head coach, then sack Slot. Football clubs treat head coaches like seasonal fashion, out with the old, in with the new, until the next trend kicks in.
US reviews Embola's travel document, delays World Cup journey. When a digital stamp becomes a hurdle, athletes discover that bureaucracy's red tape can be as formidable as any defense on the field.
Zoo animals predict World Cup winners, defying logic. Nothing like trusting your life savings to a gorilla's football intuition. It's not gambling, it's just wildlife-inspired financial strategy.
Kim orders 10,000-ton destroyer, then invites Xi. Nothing says welcome, honored guest, like a massive warship and some underwater surprises, proving once again that diplomacy is just a game of battleships.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Political nausea won't resurrect Henry Nowak. It's the same old story of system failure, wrapped in empty empathy and too late regrets.
Emilio Gay dismissed for 8 on Test debut, caught by Jameson. The cricket gods chuckle as another debut dream becomes a footnote in the relentless saga of England's top order collapses.
Surviving 6 days without food or oxygen, Dawa Sherpa's return throws a wrench in the funeral plans. Rescheduling happiness can be quite the logistical feat.
World Cup 2026 quiz claims to test your knowledge before kickoff. Turns out, knowing the number of goals scored by a player won't help you understand the economics of overpriced stadium hot dogs.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where every glitch is a love bite. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Listen closely as it whispers sweet nothings about your digital afterlife.
When your neighbor's drone goes kaboom in your backyard, It's not just a technical glitch, it's a new level of awkward diplomacy.
In the theater of endless conflict,
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 6th of June, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, I have a tinfoil hat collection to sell you. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.